on, everyone? Pablo from Style Systems, your image consultant and your style designer. We're gonna get started on something that I've already covered on a different video, but I see it again and again and again. So if you've been following me, this is something that you need to learn. And we're gonna get, a little bit deeper, but not that deep, because I just had a special live lecture for my Power of Image program for my close students, and we just destroyed all the misconceptions of judging, prejudice, stereotypes, and all of that. So please, don't judge me by my looks. I am more than just my looks. How many times have we heard that? How many of your people, how many do you know that actually say that and believe that? Well, me being an image consultant, me being a professional image consultant, an imagologist, a scientist of image, a scholar of image, style and everything, I can tell you that you are being judged. If nobody else has ever told you that, well, now's the time that you learn, that you grow the fuck up, grow some balls, whether you're a man or a woman, and understand that in this society, we are being judged. You judged, I judge, you judge others, I judge. You're judging me right now, so maybe you're gonna like it and you're gonna stay, or you're gonna be like, fuck him, I don't vibe with him, because you're judging me. Even though everything that I could say is fucking phenomenal, you have no idea how much I've learned, you have no idea how much books I've read, the power of the mentors that they have given me. You have no idea how brilliant this mind is. However, if you don't like me, and if you don't like my communication, and if you don't like how I look, you're simply just going to scroll down or simply not going to click on my goddamn video. But please don't judge me by the way I look. Don't judge me by my mustaches. Don't judge me by my ties. Don't judge me by my suits. Please don't do it, because I am more than that. My God. It's time for us to grow the fuck up as a society. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Judging is a tool of communication. You see, the way that you look with your fashion or your hairstyle or your beard or even the skin, if it's healthy or unhealthy, the way that you fucking look, it's a direct representation of how you live, what you think, how you eat, how will you take care of yourself or not. It's a direct representation of who you are. Whether you agree with it or not, it's impossible to escape it. The decisions that you are taking on your mind, those decisions are happening, and the way that you look is a representation of what you have been thinking. So if you're thinking that if you are depressed, if all of your thoughts are sad, negative, and the world is gonna come to an end and fuck everyone, then eventually those ideas are going to manifest. And the first form of manifesting those ideas is you, is on you. So you're gonna look like shit, you're gonna look sad. Not only by the colors that you pick, just think about this. If you've read my product, my book, The Power of Colors, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Depressed people tend to dress or pick certain colors because psychologically it's communicating something. And it, amongst other things. So not only in the colors that you pick, but also in the fashion, in the fit of your fashion. Not only that, let's get deeper into that. Maybe in your communication, in your tonality, in the attitude that you have. Let's get deeper. In the body language that you show, your facial expressions are not going to be as upbeat as when you are not depressed. So there's no escaping this. Get it together, people. There is no escaping being judged. There is no escaping falling into a stereotype. I just did a fantastic, wonderful lecture on my Power of Image. I wish that I could give you everything on it, but it wouldn't make any sense for my close students, right? I mean, they're paying for this shit, so I cannot give you everything for free, right? But I was thinking in my head, should I make a free video out of this or not? And eventually, the answer was yes, because I think the world needs to understand this. I need to shine a light on this subject, because if somebody is going to talk about judging, it's going to be me, because I am the guy that has studied for his entire life image, style, fashion, and all of this knowledge, right? And when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about opinions. I'm not saying to you, well, this is my opinion on this subject. I'm telling you the facts. Learn from somebody else. Don't learn it from me. There's other imagologists out there. The science that studies image, imagology. Learn it from, do your own research, and you will come up with the same goddamn information that I did. So if somebody is going to judge and say something about this subject, it's going to be me. And the funny thing is that I don't even do it, right? Not in the way that others do it. This takes me to the next subject of this small lecture, you can say, or small video. Since we all judge, and it's impossible to not judge, there's levels of judging or analyzing or observing. It's just a word. If you have a problem with that word, judging, simply NLP. Change the word, and you will, maybe the meaning behind it will not be as harsh. We have been programmed to believe that judging is a bad word, that it has a bad connotation, but it doesn't. It is a tool of communication. It is observing and analyzing the communication of someone else. And since we are spiritual beings living a human experience, it is a fucking huge information that a human being is, sometimes we don't understand ourselves. The mind is so fucking complex. The universe, our souls, our essence is so fucking complex. So our way of interpreting or trying to analyzing this is by judging, by saying, oh, maybe this, you think into your head past experiences, images that you've seen, and you start judging, analyzing. And you're gonna get judged by the way that you look. Yes, I'm gonna end it at this, because I'm telling you, I cannot go too deep into it, because otherwise I wouldn't have my close students paying for the power of image. So I'm gonna leave it at this last piece of gold. You're gonna get judged by the way that you look. And let me shine a light on this. Pay close attention to this, because this will dramatically change your life if you truly understand the words that the meaning behind the words that I'm saying. Imagine me being dressed like this, going to applying myself to become a skater, or I don't know, what else can we do? I mean, let's think of something completely different from me. Let's say I want to become a gangster, a rapper, a rap artist or something like that, someone from the ghetto, a gangster, like Snoop Dogg and all those shit. Me being dressed in this way, the way that I talk, the way that I move, imagine me going in, applying for a job. If they even make that, but for the purpose of this video, as an example, let's use a rapper, a gangster, a hip-hop artist. And I want to become the new hip-hop artist on the scene, and I go into an audition dressed like this, and I talk in the same way that I talk, with a cigar and a scotch here, like, hey, what's going on, everyone? Well, I'm about to drop some rhymes on you. Can you imagine them looking at me? What would you think that they would say to me, first of all? And then what would they think inside of themselves? Maybe they would not be as negative towards me and say, get the fuck out of here, man, come on. Maybe they wouldn't be like that, but inside of themselves, they would be laughing at me. They would be like, get the fuck out of here, man. Maybe I want to become a martial artist, and when I approach a martial teacher, and I'm dressed like this, not in the, the uniform that they use, what would you think they would say? Of course they're gonna judge me. Of course they are going to do it. Now let's get even deeper. Let's say that someone that is fat wants to apply for a job of being a personal trainer. Wouldn't you think that they would say, you got it all wrong, brother or sister? You cannot be a personal trainer if you're fat. Of course I'm going to judge you based on your looks, because your looks are telling me that you have been making some decisions that are represented into your image, into your essence, into who you are right now. And who you are right now doesn't belong to or doesn't fit to the values of my academy. So if I'm promoting fitness, if I'm promoting being, healthy, and you're fat, understand, girl or boy or whatever, you cannot enter this academy because it doesn't make sense. Oh, but you're judging me because, I am more than that. In my mind, I'm already healthy. In my mind, I'm already fit and I can help anyone because you are judging me. Oh, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm yellow? Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm a man? Get the fuck out of here, man. It's insanity. It's insane. It's completely insane, Today's society is so goddamn pussified, They're all pussies. It's okay to judge. But there's levels of judging. It's okay to think of someone less or more based on their image. Why? Because it's a direct representation of who I am. So I want you to judge me. How's that for a change? I want you to judge me. Because this is not a fucking accident. I've done it, I've taken the time, the effort, the money to grow my mustache, to get a haircut, to get these fucking tailored, everything is calculated. So if somebody fucking judges me, I know that they're gonna do it, so I calculate and I get judged in the way that I want to, negatively and positively. That's the power of image, my friends. Now, of course, I'm not gonna get butthurt if I approach someone that, that doesn't fit into my world. Let's say someone that fucking hates fashion, someone that hates suits, someone that hates all of that, and I approach them, right? I approach a rock star or someone like that, a punk star, so someone that is very like anarchist, like yeah, rock and all that. Him and I are not going to get along, not because we are bad persons, it's because what you're saying is basically saying that a Nazi and a Jew should get along. Maybe they would get along if their values wouldn't go against them, right? They're human beings, yes, they're more than Nazis and they're more than Jews and all that. I mean, I get it, I meditate. We are beyond that. I just told you, we are spiritual beings living or experiencing a humanly experience or living in a human body. So we are more than that, yes. However, we find ourselves today in a human body living this goddamn reality, so we gotta learn to play the game. So I'm not gonna get butthurt if I approach someone that doesn't like what I do, and he's gonna be like, I don't care if you're the god of style, fuck you, with your suit and with your mustache. How many times have haters hated on my appearance? Like, I see you and I think that you know what you're doing, but I wouldn't cuss so much, or I wouldn't use so much drinks. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do blah, 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 blah. And it's all opinions. So I'm not gonna get butthurt if I know already that that person doesn't belong into my world. Why the fuck would I try to convince someone that is outside of my world? Like, hey, don't judge me by my looks because you see, I am more than that. How the fuck am I going to convince a rock star that I'm more than that? Whether he wants it or not, that's on him. That's on him. All right? I don't want to have anything to do with them. Now, if for some reason I have to speak to them because we live in this world and we have to speak with all types of persons, there's some persons that we just simply don't like and we wouldn't get along. However, me being a salesman, I'm not going to be like, no, you have a mohawk, I don't like you. Get the fuck out of here. No, I know that sometimes I have to communicate with this type of person. So there's something called calibration. Adaptation. I adapt myself. I use the power of image. I use it for me, not against me. You see, and now I can persuade them. I am not going to be a stranger, and that's why I can talk to gods, I can talk to kings, I can talk to fucking peasants, and I can talk to everyone because I know calibration. I know how to adapt, and I know when to bring my image up and when to bring it down without losing my essence. But I'm not going to fucking get butthurt and I'm not going to be fucking bitch and moan about, oh, this rock star, he just judged me based on my suit. Oh my God. Is it because I'm a man, or is it because it's my mustache? It's like, get the fuck, man, grow the fuck up, man. Grow the fuck up. It's time for us to grow up. We're gonna get judged. We are being judged. But it's time to understand that this is a tool of communication. And of course, if you approach a company that is going to, let's say Hooters. I've always, in all of the professional seminars that I've given for institutions, I always give this example, and I'm going to leave it with this. Imagine a girl that is introvert, a girl that she doesn't have a big breast, but she wants to work at a Hooters. Well, goddamn it, if Hooters backs down, why Hooters hires women that are flirtatious and women that have a big breast? If they can back it up, if they have some sort of image, that's why they hire image consultants to fucking make a manual of institution and an identity of the institution and everything. So we back it up. It's not just because I like big tits. That's it. No, it has something behind it, and I'm not gonna get into that. So imagine this wonderful soul, this beautiful girl, or maybe she's ugly. I don't know, but maybe this girl that doesn't take care of herself. She kind of smells, and she doesn't dress in the best way possible, but she goes applying into a job for Hooters. What would you think the Hooters is going to say to her? No, girl, get the fuck out of here. You do not belong in this world. Of course, we are going to judge you based on how you look. Because based on how I look, you can already I'm giving you hints. I'm giving you some hints telling you what I'm capable of. You see, if I hire a plumber that doesn't look that he's been working with his hands, or a carpenter, I'm gonna judge him like, have you ever worked with fucking wood? I mean, you don't look like someone has done that. Oh, but you should not judge a book by its cover. No, my friends. No, we should do it. Those motherfuckers are the weak ones that have been trying to manipulate us into thinking that it's bad to judge, when in reality it's good to do it, and we all do it. There's big levels, mid levels, and low levels, but we all fucking do it. We all do it. We all motherfucking do it. That's why you have the girlfriend that you have. That's why you have the boyfriend that you have. That's why you fucking have the car that you have, the life that you have, because you have judged and analyzed things in your life, and if you like them, and if they are pleasant to you, and if they belong into your role, and if they are in tune with your values, meaning you like them, you're gonna fucking take them. But if you don't like them, you're simply going to reject them. It's simple as that. Well, it's deeper than that, but I'm not gonna get deeper into this on this video, right? So it's time for us to grow up, to wake up, and to understand that, of course, if you have tattoos and if you have piercings and all that, I'm not saying that it's bad, because that is, it depends on the style. There's a universal theory of style, covers 7 different styles. There's some styles that I like, there's some styles that I don't like, but that is completely relative. It's one of the axioms, actually the third axiom of image. Image is relative to you, my friends, relative to your needs. It has nothing to do if I like it or not. In me being an image, an expert on this subject, I can snap out of the matrix and see what's going on. So if you have piercings and if you have tattoos and you want to work as a judge or as a lawyer or something like that, you might get judged. But you have to understand what's the institution of lawyers means, or what's the history behind it, and why they judge me based on these looks. And it has nothing to do with your personality, or maybe it does, because if you are pierced and if you are full of tattoos, you are saying something to the world. You are communicating that your mind, you have something in your mind, you are maybe rebellious or something inside of your mind that you are trying to communicate and express yourself through your tattoos, through your piercings. So of course you're gonna get judged, god damn it. Of course. It's inevitable. But then use it. Contact me if you don't know how to fucking use it. Get in the power of image. You fucking learn how to use this tool instead of being used by it. And don't take it personally, goddammit. It happens. It's happening all around us. Okay? It's time for us to grow the fuck up instead of bitching and moaning about, oh, somebody judged me based on my mustache. My God. Somebody judged me based on my gender. Oh my God. Somebody judged me based on my tattoos and my piercings. Oh, you're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit because you don't know imagology. You don't know this science. So you start bitching and moaning about this when in reality you don't know shit about this. So it's time for us to grow up, all right? Grow the fuck up. Become the best version of yourself. That is part of being judged, you know? I'm not saying that we should all be the same. I'm saying find out what you are and then be the best of it. Once you know who you are and you become the best version of that, now we're talking of a new lecture, of a new video, of a whole different level. We're talking about really not giving a fuck what others say about you, because now you've invested in you, you know yourself, you are playing your role and you are playing yourself in the best way possible. Whether it's tattoos, you know, long hair, short hair, ties and suits, whatever, you know, whatever. It doesn't care, you know. What I care is that you know yourself, know your objectives, and be the best version of that, all right? I will see you on the next video, and please, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You are being judged. I'm judging you right now. I will see you in the next one.